Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So, sister, I was reading the book I'm reading this morning, the book that is irrelevant, because this is the reason why I don't talk about a lot of books that I read or that kind of thing, because a lot of you think that you'll have to go out and get that book. Like somehow like buying something or, reading something will give you all the answers. And so I hold back on that a lot of time because I want you to snap out of that habit, thinking that you got to know more, it's information. It's not. It's everything you need inside of you to really understand things, understand who you are, understand your life. But there was something that I read in that book that really clicked for me, really made a lot of sense. And so here it was. The writer was talking about, the author was talking about how a lot of people, as far as, again, this is my interpretation of it, want a certain thing, but they're not willing to give up who they were. So in other words, if you wanted to, have a particular set of results with your health and your marriage, with your kids and your business, then it may require that you need to figure out who you need to become. And I wrote a post about this morning, which I'll reference in the show notes as well then too. But the problem with that, sister, is that unless you are willing to give up or say goodbye or move forward from who you are, shit will never happen. And it really clicked for me because I'm like, oh God, I see this with clients sometimes. They are so attached to who they were. They know that you. They know that part of them, right? They know them as this, whatever they want to title themselves. This is how they see themselves. They know it. They've been living it. It's comfortable. They know how she talks. They know what she would say. They know that. So to have the courage and to have the balls to say, listen, I need to become someone different, or I need to become someone who's like this. It doesn't mean that you're not who you are. So let's just kind of get that off the table right now. It's not about pretending and posing and changing yourself for somebody else. It's not about that at all. It's simply saying, where I am in my life right now, with who I choose, yeah, that's right, choose to be, will not give me the results that I want in any of those areas or other ones that you may want. So then, in order for me to get what I want, I need to become someone different. I need to figure out, who do I need to become? So let me give you an example of that. Let's say if what you want in your marriage was more connection. You wanted it physically, sexually, you wanted it emotionally with your husband, right? And let's just say, for example, if right now the woman that you are is someone who's really self-conscious about her body. This is going to blanket statement a lot of you out there. Unfortunately, a lot of women that don't feel that their body is good enough, or it's not ready yet, or just lose the extra 10 pounds, or stretch marks from babies, or like whatever the stories are that you run, is that right now, again, if in this story, to give this context, if you are someone who's not confident about your body, it makes sense to me that you're not going to want to have that like intimacy, or it's going to feel uncomfortable. You won't feel like you're able to relax and let go and really be present. You're worrying about how you look and how he thinks that you're seeing your naked body and like all this stuff. I know, I've been there. So if you're wanting to become someone who feels more connected, is really present when you're intimate with your husband, then guess what? That's what it's going to require, that you become a woman who feels more confident about her body. Right? Who feels more confident and really understanding, like, God, this is going to be a total sex talk here. What feels good? What doesn't feel good? What turns you on? What doesn't turn you on? What makes you feel that beautiful part of sex, which is that physical connection, which can be very deep and emotional with someone that you love. And so in order for you to have that connection, you will have to become a woman who's more confident about her body. period, right? That's it. And so how do you do that thing? Who do you have to become? So see, if right now, again, if in that context, in that story, you're still more attached to like, oh, my body's not good enough. I'm not ready yet. I'm too old. I'm too young. Any of those things. Then you'll never get the thing that you want. Which again, more connection. Physically, intimately, emotionally with your husband. Who do you need to become? And how this shows up for some people, they go, oh, well, I will sabotage myself. Or I don't really know clearly what I want. Right? Like, why do I keep doing some of those things? They ask themselves the wrong question. They beat themselves up. And really what it comes down to is understanding, number one, who you need to become. Good morning. And number two is, am I willing to do the things that are required to become who I need to be? And that's going to require you let go of who you were or who you currently are. Shit, this is like deep today. Woo! When I was writing this Facebook post, I wanted to have the headline saying, you got to kill off the old you. But Facebook kind of has this thing. If you have posts about with the word killing it or hate or that kind of stuff, they don't care about swear words, but they'll pull it. So I want you to read it, how to create something different. So if you want to become someone other than who you are right now, sister, it means you have to let go of who you are or who you were. And that is tough because, again, it's comfortable. It's what you know. It's change, right? So here's your more tip for today. Take one page of your journal and really take a look at just one area. Make this simple, sister. Either your health, your relationships, marriage and kids, purpose or spirituality, business. What is one outcome that you want to achieve? Like a measurable one, right? What's that one outcome? And the second piece of this is to write down a whole other page on this. This might take you 10, 15, 20 minutes. Of who do you need to become to get that result that you want? And we'll kind of maybe put even a third part of this is, what do I need to let go of who I am right now to get there? What part of me do I have to say goodbye to get the things that I want? And here's what I want you to do, sister. Like, after you've done this, I want you to email me and share with me, like, what insight are you getting from this exercise? What insight you're getting? I would love to hear from you, sisters. That'll be over at drkarenosborne@gmail.com. And on top of that, you got to get on the list, sister. Women wanting more sisterhood and tribe. Head over to drkarenosborne.com. I'm out of breath, so I'm walking home. You're going to enter your name and email. And you see the orange pop up, and I'll get you hooked up on that today. So I will talk to the next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborne.com/newsletter.